Listen, I was in Dubai looking for a crown because I was about to come up in here.
Come on, like his weight is an issue.
I decided that I'm going to pick to go to the Lakers.
Would you look
The
at that?
irony.
Respectfully, the
was
other
quite
team
bad.
have a full bench.
Guys, be nice.
Hey party people, welcome to the More Than Ball Show. I'm Ola.
Sevian.
Shakila.
It's Paige.
It's Eamon.
Yes, and it is technically it's episode 23. And it's also Jordan Year. It's season 2, episode 3, and obviously 20 episodes in season 1.
Nice.
If you guys have been rocking with us since then, shout out to you guys. If you've just joined, you're in for a ball.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yes, it's More Than Ball Girls, House of Nay Saga here. Shout out to Nay Saga for everything that you're doing for us, and also shout out to Spotify for supporting this pod. Let's get into it because I'm pretty sure people want to rinse.
Sabian has
And
a
I'm
lot
going
to
to
say.
give the space for people to rinse. But for you guys, if you're wondering what we spoke about and you haven't caught up on the last episode, we were chatting about the in-season tournament. Obviously, there's been some developments. There's a few injuries, a few technicals going on in the NBA right now. Just a lot going on. And we've just got some great news that the USA are going to be in London. So we'll chat about that. There's not necessarily as much information, but there is stuff that is going to be shaping the next season that we should talk about. Caitlin Clark being one of those, and the lottery picks that have come out. Yes, and then we'll be talking a little bit about your Jordan years and who you guys are going to be picking for Jordan years as well. So let's get into it. Sev, I guess I should hand over to you begrudgingly.
Yes. So the last episode, we talked about the in-season tournament. We all made our predictions. And I said with confidence the Lakers are going to win. And everybody on this table was grilling me, saying, really? Listen, I made the predictions and everything I said came true. Pacers, Lakers final, and Lakers came out on top. So everybody, what do you have to say about that?
You know what? Hands down.
Hands down.
Appreciate you, gangster. You said it.
Listen, I was in Dubai looking for a crown because I was about to come up in here. I was out there waiting for everybody to wake up. I was like,
Yeah,
sitting in that
sending
group chat.
messages
I
at
was
5:30,
sending
yeah.
messages. Yeah, I
What was the
ready.
time, Sevian, over
We were
there?
4 hours ahead. 4 hours
Okay,
ahead.
so it was real early when you watched then.
Yeah, 5:30 in the morning the game started.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was great.
I woke up to all your messages like, what is happening?
What was happening? In-season tournament
Oh,
champions.
right.
That's what was happening.
It was actually a lit game. I mean, me and Eamon were messaging each other from the beginning. We're like, look, if LeBron is just gonna continue to bully himself, bully everyone, that's game right there. And
Yeah,
that's what happened.
that's
He
exactly what
bullied everyone. And I was like, he knows he can't outshoot this team. Absolutely not. So from the three. So
He humbled
knew,
himself,
Yeah,
right?
he
Yeah.
knew exactly what he
Yeah.
needs to do.
Can we also
to get
talk
there.
about the person that everyone was slandering?
You know what? I'm ready.
Anthony
Okay.
Davis.
I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Let's go. Okay, let's talk
Let's
about
go.
AD because
With 41 points and 20 rebounds.
AD is a great player. He's a formidable player. Like, he deserves to be a top 10 player when he's great.
yeah,
This guy has a switch. I'm so uncertain of what AD I'm going to get in this quarter or this half. And you being a Lakers fans, you don't agree with me, okay, but
No, I agree. And I said he has been inconsistent. However, I said for the in-season tournament, he's going to come to play.
I
And he's going to
think
play.
only because LeBron did. Had LeBron
Yeah.
not show out like that, we wouldn't have got that from AD.
It's
I also
true,
think.
but-
I also think. Go on, sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's true. He has been inconsistent. But for this tournament, he came
No,
to play.
he's been like, because we're not going to see it for 82 games and we're not going to see it out of 7. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, it's going to be interesting. And I think with his track record of being injured and hurt and just like mentally where he's at in his head, like what is he thinking about? I'm uncertain about him.
Yeah.
If we continue to see him play like this, then it's like, cool, AD, you're him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I was going to say, when we talk about AD being inconsistent, we talk about him on his offensive game because he is
Yeah.
consistent defensively. He's one
Yeah.
of the best defensive guys in the league.
If not the best.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he's up there, yeah.
And he was up there for Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
So when we do talk about inconsistency in AD, it's his offensive game.
And I think for me, it's like I feel. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all.
I just think that he can be such a great two-way player. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing that makes it so
He
easy.
showed it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing that makes it so easy to talk about him, to be honest, because actually he shows us consistently that he can be a great two-way player. Well, not consistently, because that's the problem. He shows us inconsistently that he could be a great two-way player, and he just doesn't do it all the time. Because we were talking like Paige was joking about it, and she was like, it's fine to get 20 rebounds when you're the person that's missing the ball and getting the offensive rebound, because you're AD. But that's the truth. Like, he's missing the shot that he should have got, getting the offensive rebound. Yes, fair enough. Second chance buckets, we respect it. But offensively, these are buckets that you should be able to get in the first time.
We didn't see that version in the final, though.
I mean, no, we did. There were definitely at least
Yes.
5 offensive rebounds that he got because he missed the shot in the first place.
Yeah.
And they're a stronger team. They're definitely doing
yeah.
their work in the paint.
They're vets.
We
Yeah.
get
They're
to play on
seasoned.
defense as well in that final.
And
It's
that
great.
is so interesting, because when they played the Mavs last night, where was that defense? Hello, all
yeah.
3 people. We had Luka shot the ball. We had LeBron and AD jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them together, like, hello, like.
What's going on? Where's the box
Yeah.
at?
It was actually really
I
ridiculous.
wasn't expecting much coming off the win.
I mean, it was a tight game. Was it 2 nights ago?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, Mavs.
Yeah.
It was a good
boy,
game,
I'm tired.
especially with Kyrie out as well.
Yeah.
Luka went off, and Dante Exum has rebirthed his NBA career, guys.
I think so.
Um,
How many points did he have?
16 points last night.
Yeah, he did really well.
But if you know Dante Exum, he was in 2K15 on my career mode. He was your rival. So if you ever did the story mode in 2K15, he was the rival player that you were playing against.
Shep Owens for
Yeah,
last
so
year.
he had like potential. Then he came into the league, and then he ended up going back to Europe, and he played for Barcelona and Belgrade, and then now he's back at Mavs, and he's literally having a
great
great,
season.
yeah,
He's having a
amazing
blast.
season.
They're doing really well.
He had like 7 threes last night. as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was like.
And
oh.
actually, I think like on threes quickly, just to pivot back to that Lakers game, the shooting was terrible. Like, I actually also think that's a big part of that game.
in the final,
Yeah, in the
on
final,
both sides.
on both
Yeah.
sides.
But
So
Lakers
actually-
didn't shoot a 3 till the end of the third Q.
Yeah, they won 0
They were
for
just
9.
dominating
Yeah.
the paint,
Yeah.
and it kind of helps with Pacers being one of the best, not one of the worst. Let me
But our
say that,
strategy
worst
was good
defensive
in
team.
terms of our
Yeah.
defensive strategy to
Yeah.
slow them down.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It really helps. So.
Yeah.
And it just shows that defense does actually win games.
Yeah,
yeah,
Offense.
And it
gets the
just
tickets.
credit to the coach, because it just shows that he knew exactly what sort of game
Yeah.
that he had to pivot to, because that's, I think, like, sometimes we forget about the chess play
Mm-hmm.
that is basketball, and we just saw that play out really. Like, they slowed them down,
Yeah.
and they basically played the old man's game.
Yeah,
They
and
were
I
inside
think,
and they were big inside, and it worked.
and even their young players coming off the bench, they had like meaningful minutes. Also, like they really produced in the little that they played.
Yeah.
And I think like Lakers, yeah, that was for sure like a playoff game, and they treated it really well. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Shaquilla and Sevian. you guys
Well done.
really,
Thank
you guys really brought it, and
Yeah.
it was great to see, because I feel like, would we want to watch a Pelicans versus Pacers final? It wouldn't be as exciting.
Yeah.
So it was great to see LeBron taking 3 charges,
Yeah, yeah,
leading
yeah.
up. You know,
Yeah, it's
like
true.
so.
As a 39-year-old man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I think the in-season tournament has been a success.
Yeah.
And me being out in Dubai, it was an event, which was interesting to see that we've got another addition to the basketball calendar, which is an event, not just a Christmas game. And I think this game had the most views since a Christmas game, like in the past 6
Yeah.
years,
Yeah, yeah.
like outside of a Christmas game.
And it was more
essentially.
competitive than the Christmas game.
100%, yeah.
So I was out there. People were like, yeah, we're gonna wake up at 5:30. Let's go.
Wicked.
Yeah, watch the game,
watch
yeah.
this game and stuff like that. So
all this banging on the table. No more banging on the table. It might be echoing. I know everyone's excited, but calm it down.
let's go. But it just reminded me, this is a moment where maybe if you're not as interested in the basketball until the playoffs or Christmas, etc., this is another part of the
it's true.
calendar to be like, actually, let's all get it together and watch the in-season tournament final.
Yeah, no, it's
And
true.
I think like there was a lot of talk about it being in Vegas, and it was quite quiet. And I think it's new. I say give it next year. Seeing what was produced this year, the level is out there now for what to expect. So I think it's a great way to like bring in like new fans, because you might be in town but like, oh, there's a basketball game, like, do you know what I mean? People just be in Vegas just to be in Vegas. So it's like you're introducing new fans to the game, and I think that's partly the point of the whole tournament,
Yeah.
to bring the competitive, like, don't wait till May, like, we're here now. And I think we should just still keep it in Vegas. I know there was a lot of talk saying that it was too quiet, not enough fans, it was boring in there.
And then the final is very LA dominated.
But it's kind of
quiet.
Yeah, I liked it being in Vegas because obviously you had the WNBA girls go out there, and most of their team is not like playing overseas. So like to see them all there and like representing the W was like good to see. But like what Sevian said about just like what they had in Dubai, like it was an event. For me to watch LeBron, that was an event. Like the fact that he's 39, 38, and nobody can stop him for me. Like he's going full court. How is he going full court downhill and getting buckets? Like,
and then this is my thing. Like Shakira said it. Like no one's gonna stop him. But for 80+ games, he's not doing that. So
and it's the same with AD.
Do you know what I heard? Do you know what I heard AD say? He was like, after they got the championship, he was like, yeah, we know it's not real, but like it will like start us off for the rest of the season. And it was a bit weird to stay because obviously like he's got a championship. It's not the finals, but like it was interesting to see like from a player like how they feel about this game. But he still performed.
They set the bar for themselves as a team.
To know that they could do it and when it's important.
It doesn't have its significance at the moment, but it's the first one. And even though people are like, oh, maybe Mickey Mouse Cup or anything like that, at the moment it has to start from somewhere. And I think even it being hung up as a banner, as an achievement, I know a lot of people have been mocking it. It's even Lakers fans saying, "Oh, Kobe would never." And I was like, "Are you crazy? Like Kobe, MJ, they would have been going hard to try and win this as well, especially Vegas gambling."
And the first
one.
one.
That's what LeBron said exactly. It's the first one. No one can take that away.
Absolutely, like, they would have been trying to get that win.
Exactly, and it's gonna be all like. It's going to be on the shelf life of the NBA. It's going to be there. It's embedded. It's not one and done. It's going to be there. So it's like you might as well buy it.
It's history. So,
and for the money.
It's only going to become more and more competitive, to be fair. And it feels like the theme of this tournament has really been the redemption arc. For us to see, I guess, like just the stories that we've seen, like LeBron and AD turn it on when no one. Well, we didn't think they were going to be able to.
They had a lot of rest. They had bedtime to get together.
No, I'm gonna go through the players.
I mean, look, we're still gonna talk in like March and
yeah, we'll come back. We saw Tyrese, obviously, like him turning it up. His first ever game being put on nationally as well. Like, that's a big deal for him to be able to.
But you know what? They really shut him down in the final. Like they shut him down, and
they did well. They realized,
but he did as much as as much as he could, and I'm really happy that he held his head and he did as much as he could.
I liked what he said in his post game about being able to play players who are playing a significant game, like a game of meaning, because he said he doesn't normally get to play against players who are playing against him with like a reason.
A reason to play,
and he was like, actually, you might play LeBron in the regular season and it's just coasting LeBron essentially. But now you're playing LeBron who's got something to play for. He's getting different coverages. He's now able to pick up his game as somebody who's never in the postseason. And he's realizing, oh, actually, I might have thought I was a star and this and that, but actually when it comes down to winning games, and the games that matter, I'm going to get different coverages. I need to learn how to defeat this kind of defense, etc. And I'm coming up against LeBron, who's in the playoff mode, as opposed to playoff like regular season LeBron. So it's actually stepping up the rest of the league, being in these kind of competitions, and people who have got star quality, they're now able to get a taste of that earlier and be like, actually, this is what I need to do and need to work on in order to maintain that.
And how much they actually want to make it to the playoffs, because now they had a taste of it. Like you said, it's like, I want to feel this again. I want to go through this again.
You can definitely say that for Zion as well. Like that was basically
that game was tragic.
That game was tragic. But I feel like the game that he had just recently, it sort of is a little bit like he's trying to. He's basically saying, "Don't talk about me because I can turn it on when I want to turn it on."
But with Zion, he has those
turn
games
on the cooker.
where he can just turn on and be. I just got that.
The rice cooker.
No. But no, I was saying he has those games where he's like one of the best players on the court, but then he has those games where he's not nowhere to be seen, and it's like, come on, Zion, we're all rooting for you.
Exactly,
like, just...
don't become AD.
We are really easy.
See, I feel like there's always players like Zion that can just turn it on, but like I had a player like that in college that like she wouldn't always practice the hardest or the best or blah blah blah. So I guess like similar to him, like his personal life or what he's doing off the court. Like maybe his belly's a little bit bigger than everybody else's, but like he can still come in and perform. He can still come in and perform, but like for him to miss 60% of the games is a bit ridiculous. So I feel like he needs to focus somewhere else and like be able to compete in at least 90% of the games. 60%.
Yeah,
come on.
his like his weight is an issue, and I say that in a sense of his diet.
Period.
Oh, Seth. Nah, I say that in the sense of like whatever he's putting in is not helping, because his diet is gonna be the reason whether he can sustain a season or not. He needs to be healthy.
Yeah,
so what you put in, it's your temple, right? Your body's your temple. So whatever you put in, like, we need to make sure you're eating the right stuff. I'm not saying, well, you can't have McDonald's. Like, eat, bro, like, do you, but moderate yourself. You see what I'm saying?
And also, I think it's the fact that, like as in, if you're going to do that, you have to train as hard to make sure that there's a balance. Do you know what I mean? It's all about balance. And I guess the thing that we've not seen from Zion is him at his best. Whereas there are other players that, like Luka, for example, like Luka put on a lot of weight last season.
But he still
turned up.
The reason why I don't like this narrative around Zion is because, like, we don't know if he has like a underlying condition, and that's why he can't burn enough of the calories or whatever the situation is. But like when we were watching First Take and we're seeing like Stephen A. Smith and all of these guys making jokes about Zion in the sense of like, oh, he'll eat the whole table. There's guys in New Orleans talking about food. That's like national television, and these are guys that are supposed to be like talking about sports in a neutral sense. But yeah, the only reason I don't like this narrative around Zion is he could have an underlying condition. He's an athlete. He knows what he needs. He knows what he needs to succeed as well. And he does have the motivation to play hard. And it's just sad that like the whole narrative around him is now about his weight.
Yeah, I know.
I don't agree with you.
Why?
I say that because we say so much rubbish about any celebrity or whatever. We don't know what they're going through or whatever. And it's kind of like, it's the same in a sense. If he wants to make it open or keep it private, that's totally up to him. But from when it's like his team is saying, we're telling him to do this and he's not doing it. And it's like you have nutritionists, you go through body scans and this, that and the other. And it will pick up if something like that is an issue. But then from when the team itself is already saying...
Zion doesn't listen.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, draw man out. Draw man out, because you're ready to draw out any other celebrity out here or whatever, chat waz about them, make them go home and cry or whatever. This is what comes with it. Do you know what I mean? This is what happens when you're on the front stage.
And I guess it's also like Zion hasn't, like, as in obviously he was injured last year, so we didn't see the best of him. And this year we're seeing him come back in, and we are at that point in time where we're talking about him being a bit of an inconsistent player. Like, the one thing that we have to think, like, maybe why that is because he can't get up and down the court. And it's not that he's not proven that, but the fact that he can't be consistent it is a bit of a concern. Do you get what I mean? So, like, it's the one thing that we have until we get the narrative. I guess it's a little bit like last week when we were talking about Angel Reese, and we were saying that actually, like, until we have the narrative, people will run with what they think.
This is it.
His weight has been point of discussion since he bust out the shoe. So, I mean,
this is it.
It is for him to change it, or to change the narrative necessarily, not just to change his weight.
The capabilities to definitely do that. And yeah, I just hope he's able to stay on track and consistently show us how well he can play.
Yeah, I guess in terms of other players that we've seen as the redemption arc as well, like obviously Giannis came back, didn't make it to the final, but definitely after all of the press that he had about failure, it was good to see him being able to bring the team to where he got them to, especially without Drew Holiday.
And not Dame.
Yeah, and Dame not being there as well, because he basically didn't turn up. I guess the only player we didn't really get to see their redemption arc was Ja Morant, who is back in a few games. Like, I would have loved to see what he would have brought to the tournament.
Yeah, I think he would have been great.
Yeah, I actually think he would have been. And I feel like we've not yet seen that balance between him and Derrick Rose. So we were saying earlier, Guns N' Roses. So it will be interesting to see what that's going to be. But it's unfortunate that it's in the season rather than in a competitive environment where maybe he would have learned a little bit more and had to learn quicker about how to play with Derrick Rose.
Well, then maybe he treats it like that. You know, maybe they treat it like that. They're not doing too good at the moment, so maybe they treat it like it's a playoff final. You know, like he's proven himself every single game. Like, he deserves to be here. He wants to be here. and he wants to be that athlete. Like, maybe we'll see that out of him.
When he's back, he's got like a lot to prove because Grizzlies are one of the worst teams in the league right now. So every game for him counts into the playoff standings as well. So he can't just come and like try. Yeah, every single game is going to be that playoff intensity as well. Yeah, let's see if we get Ja Morant back at that level. I hope so, because we need to see him in the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Fun fact, I've been playing 2K, and my player, so what I did, I started with the Bucks. Obviously, I won a chip with the Bucks in my rookie year. Boop, boop. And then I got the chance to, like, obviously, you're not, if you finish the season and you are rookie of the year and MVP in the same season, you get free agency. So you get to pick where you want to go. So I decided that I'm going to pick to go to the Lakers.
Would you look
The
at that?
irony.
Would you look at that?
Why not? But I
What's
did
going
it.
on over here?
But the only reason I did it is because it's impossible to get a triple-double on the Bucks team because of Giannis. It's actually impossible. You cannot get 10 rebounds when Giannis is on your team because he would literally be at the three-point line and somehow get a flipping rebound. It's ridiculous. So I was like, you know what? AD's probably not going to be playing. Respectfully. Let me go to Lakers. Guess what happened?
AD's playing.
AD's not playing. He's got a broken foot and he's out for however many games. And also, LeBron has retired. Like they simulate it based on what they think is going to happen. Those were the things. And so then I ended up with a team with a depth of 75. 75. This team is trash, respectfully.
It's virtual, it's not real.
But I know it's virtual, it's not real. But one of the greatest things, if anyone's looking to like figure out what team they want to play next year, go to Lakers because you're gonna get all of the minutes. You're gonna get all the minutes. You're gonna basically be able to get triple doubles galore. So just thought I'll put that out there. And also I can keep you guys updated about what's going on with me being at the Lakers now. So.
Yeah, give us the inside scoop. Actually, do you know what? We didn't talk about Austin Reeves' game.
Yeah.
We need to.
He was really great.
Yeah.
He did amazing.
Really
like he really showed out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I know we saw it last year and we've seen it this year also, but that
yeah, for him to be able to lead in those non-LeBron moments, massive,
And
massive shout out to him.
that was his flu game. LeBron did say it's up for debate. Austin Reeves or MJ with the best flu game.
And that's right.
He did really well.
And I think to continue the offense as well in terms of actually still managing to get them to bully inside and to shut down Tyrese as well, because one of the main reasons I think they won that game is because Tyrese was really unable to lead.
Yeah, he couldn't do nothing.
He couldn't do anything. Yeah.
Good call for bringing that back up.
Yeah. Kyrie's injured, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Injuries.
Do we know how long he's going to be out for?
There's literally no timetable for his return,
That was just such an unfortunate injury. And I know it's not his fault. And I just hate injuries like that. For me, I felt like he could have controlled his body a bit better. Not as in Kyrie, as in who landed on him. Yeah. And he kind of flew in and then just kind of like let himself go. And I feel like that could have been like stopped. But
Yeah.
He was on crutches yesterday when he showed up to the game, the Mavs game. So it's kind of sad to see. But, you know, I think Luka can hold up well for the Mavs and keep him at that third seed in the West. He is the one-man show sometimes. So.
No, fair. It's just unfortunate because we said that we wanted to see them grow together, and now I guess they're not really getting that opportunity because they're not getting to play together and so on. But he'll be back.
Prayers to a speedy recovery
and
for him to come back better.
Definitely.
Talking of players that can't control their body, I think we need to discuss Draymond.
Another week.
Literally, I feel like 2 weeks ago we were
now.
talking about the fact that he could turn it around and he should be considering this angry prayer narrative. But here we are. Can we please get someone to create? I messaged in the group. Can we please get someone to create the video of me saying that he's exactly like Liz Cambridge, and then him doing exactly the same thing as Liz in terms of that, like slapping up players.
Literally slapped Nurkic in the face.
Yeah.
For a
that was
perfect
really
defensive
bad.
play as well.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
I think it's not even funny anymore. Like it's
they just had enough. I can tell by your face. Tired, sick and tired.
Yeah, it's like how much of enabling we're gonna do and allow this to continue. Like is the boy got hit in the face hard. Like I know them hands aren't weak, they're heavy.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really upsetting at this point because people like the thing is he's such a good player, and you know he helps sail the ship for the Warriors. And I feel like he don't need to be doing all this. Like they actually need him. And I feel like the more we just, I don't know what to do now.
We don't know what to do.
Yeah, because
and it's problematic because I feel like we've watched this whole season and complained so much about the refs and people being ejected. That is what people should be getting ejected for. Not what we've been seeing
ejection
recently.
was so nonsense the other night. Last night.
I was watching that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And the worst thing was it was Serbia Day in Chicago that day as well. And so many Serbians would have gone to that game to see Jokic play. And for him to get ejected for that, it was nonsense, honestly.
Ridiculous.
Honestly. Obviously, we've been talking a lot about the in-season tournament. The NBA is currently considering guaranteeing a playoff spot for the NBA Cup. What do we think?
Do you know what this is giving? You see when you watch X Factor and you get the golden buzzer? What kind of foolishness?
Yeah.
So we wanted to see AD and LeBron throughout the season. You're not seeing them.
Yeah,
They're
true.
done.
No, they can't be done because of the new rules of the CBA.
Yeah.
You can't just be resting people like that.
Yeah,
So
but
They're gonna be resting.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get like,
What we saw.
Yeah, we're not gonna get what we saw. And also AD being injury prone, we're not gonna get what we saw.
Absolutely
Because
not.
I respect the fact that he plays. This is one thing I didn't say. I respect the fact that he has to be mindful of his body to make sure he doesn't get injuries, and that obviously means you can't play hard 82 games. But that's even more reason not to play hard.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd be
not
cool.
picking him, but it'll be the case
I'd
for
be
any
calling.
team.
But NBA are considering that for next season. So this season, Lakers still have to play hard to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
but I feel like next season, it's also a shit idea because if you win the in-season tournament, you're just not going to care for the rest of the season.
This is it.
And also as a fan, you're going to be buying tickets to go and watch a team that don't really have a reason to be playing.
Yeah, they're like, we'll see you in 2 months.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea at
And
all.
guaranteeing a position in December for a team is just tragic.
How about guaranteeing a playing spot?
That would make more sense.
I would
that
get
I would
that,
dash
yeah.
them.
I can get to terms with that.
Yeah, I think
Because
It's
a
a
playing
better
spot,
idea.
you still need to fight for.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
It's a better idea.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
nah, man, who even came up with that?
And
No,
also,
I
there's
think
a
it's
way-
because they're thinking about the what is it, the football crossover. In terms of football, if you win, I think it's if you win the FA Cup or something like that, you can get
Is it the Euros? No, the Europa
Is it
League.
the
If
Europa
you win,
League?
you get a
You
place
can
in
get
the
a spot in the
Champions
Europa
or
League,
something.
yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense in terms of it, but it does. I feel like, I think it's too much to give them an actual seed spot. Like that's way too much for it's something that some teams are playing 82 games for, and actually, I think the beauty of the playoffs is the 7 games. Do you know what I mean? So actually, like you're then going to be in a position where you don't have to play hard all season, and then you're going to just enter into a place where you're rested. You're well rested.
20 games into the
Do
season.
you know what I mean? That's crazy.
It's a crazy
That's a
advantage.
crazy
I'm not
idea.
here for it. I don't know who brought up that foolishness, but don't ever say that again.
Yeah,
No one in
I'm
this
with you
room.
on that
I'm talking about like higher authority.
I'm not all the way against it. I'm not all the way against it because it's going to give some more intensity to the in-season tournament and some more validity to the significance of the tournament.
I feel like the only way you could do it in a way that is respectful, like to other teams and also to fans watching it, is for there to be some sort of top trumps idea for teams that are like Indiana, that teams that basically will never make it to the playoffs. They're the only ones that you have to give them maybe like double points for certain things so that actually they're more likely to end up in the playoffs, because no one cares if even me, if Bucks won that, like no one cares if Bucks win that at the end of the day, because like they were going to be there anyway. But if Indiana won it and now they're in the playoffs, it's more interesting. But you can't guarantee that. So I think it's too problematic that one of the teams that are guaranteed to be in the 8th seed just enter in there. But yeah, that's
What about like in college, how they have like a buy-in, like for the NCAA tournament for the men, especially the 64 teams in the start, they have like, I think 4 teams that can buy into the tournament. So they could kind of do it like that, because I feel like the season is too long. Like you said, it's 80 games for them to guarantee a spot in the playoffs in the first 20 games. It's a bit ridiculous because it doesn't give anyone like an incentive to play the rest of the season, because they're like, we're there already.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But I guess the buy-in and the points would be something similar. Do you get what I mean? As in, it shouldn't guarantee it. It should give you something that makes you more likely to.
Yes.
And then also maybe something that makes you more likely to based on where you are as a franchise. So actually more likely to for the Lakers is 15 points. More likely to for Grizzlies is 30. Do you know what I mean? You got to balance it out based on the type of team.
No, I don't think no balancing out.
Yeah.
No balancing out.
Standing
Just
7 points
if you win the in-season tournament, you get a bonus 10 points towards your standings or something like that.
Okay, yeah, something like that.
That works.
Yeah,
that works. Okay.
That works.
Because, for instance, if the Lakers started off rough and players were injured, but then they got a good run in the in-season tournament, at least they had that little buffer to know that, okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not guaranteed.
Yeah,
but
good point.
So imagine, alright, so we're coming to the end, we're coming to playoff season, and like Lakers are there. What if AD's injured? What if LeBron is injured? What if everyone, imagine, God forbid, touch wood, like everyone's injured. Why are they there? No? No one? Like, why are they there? Like, I think it's rubbish out there.
But I think that maybe points-wise makes it
Points
a little bit
will be better than what they were suggesting.
Yeah.
But it's still like...
Yeah. NBA guys, you guys got to take note. You got to take note. Listen to what we're saying. You're not doing this right. USA men's basketball is coming to London.
It's great.
Great that's super excited. But we saw that the tickets are anywhere between 140 and 308.
I'm not paying Beyonce money to watch.
An exhibition game as well.
No.
Yeah,
it's quite exciting though. It'll be against South Sudan, so
that's gonna be.
Shout
really
out
great.
love to Luardeng.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good game to do it. Yeah, definitely. So
they've grown so much, and to be able to play against Team USA in London, excellent.
Yeah,
but those prices, they need to revisit that.
Guys, give us tickets, innit? Like, we'll be there. We can cover it. Like, you want us there, but unfortunately we can't be there if it's going to cost that much. So O2 London, hit us up, innit? Should we chat about some of the things going on in the W? Obviously, we've seen that London Lions have been killing it. We went to the game and it was a blowout in terms of London Lions versus Leicester Riders. But London Lions women's versus Nottingham Wildcats. What was the score?
They won by 98 points. That's what you need to know.
98
I
points.
saw the tweet and the other team had like 17 points, right? At the end of the game or something like that.
Respectfully, did the other team have a full bench?
Guys, be nice.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen London Lions? They're crazy. They're a crazy team. I don't think this hurts British basketball. I think if anything, it puts it on the map. We've got a team out here everyone should be looking out for, and it's a credit.
Doing great in Euro Cup as well.
Exactly, and it's a credit to any team that is going to step up and play against them in the British Basketball League, because like in regards to who has what in terms of sponsors and money, it's kind of like you get what you can. Do you know what I mean? So I think that the fact that they're ready to compete and to the best of their ability, it's
that's a good respectful.
I mean, they had 40 points. They had 40 points. It's not that bad, right?
But you know,
wasn't it 138 to 40 or something like this?
All I know is they won by
40 points. That's a lot of points.
At
they lost by
it was
98.
like 15 at 79.
And
that's the screenshot I saw.
And you just deep that they lost by 98 points.
That's crazy. And you know what it is that people on Twitter were like, at least it wasn't 100. It's like, can you imagine that we're even talking about that being an option?
I think the previous one would have been Sheffield Hatters way back in the day. I think they won by like 93 points. So it's not the first time we've seen something like this, but the legacy that is coming out of London Lions and like what they're creating is insane, and it's so exciting. More for what they're going to achieve outside of British basketball also, because it's like they're really putting British basketball on the map. So it's
but 98 points. Come on. Where's some energy, defense at least? If you can't put buckets on the board,
when you're going against Abby Meyers and Carly Samuelson and Temi,
98.
But how many? There was like 8 of them that had double figures in that point. So you can't stop. You can. Okay, I'm gonna stop Temi this time. Guess what? Carly's back to shoot.
This is
on the other side.
You got to
play. And I think Carly was 100%.
That's the only option.
You need to hug and foul them. Get Draymond out.
Because at that point, like, actually, if you've got 12 people, then this isn't a game you're planning to win. This is actually a game that you're just planning to shut down the scoreboard. And the only way you can do that is if you play man. Because you can't be in a position where they're outplaying you.
Your whole team needs to foul out. Send them all to the line.
But you know what? I just appreciate that they actually went out to play, because they could have just said, "No, we're not going to play." You know, they could have actually
before,
done.
That would have been better for them.
No, like I feel like respect to them, because it's like they didn't have to go through that, and they decided that they're at least going to try. And the thing is, we need things like that, because last year London Lions lost 1 game, and it's kind of like, well, no one actually needs to play, because do you know what I mean? tell has it Lions are going to win everything. So it's like the fact that teams are ready to compete and do their best. That I respect it.
You
I
know,
respect
you know the ones that
Didn't-
got humiliation kink.
Oh my god.
Didn't Sheffield beat Caledonia?
Yeah, Sheffield.
Did I
Sheffield
say that
beat
right in the
Caledonia.
women's game?
Yeah.
So,
And that's crazy because Caledonia's in Europe and was doing so
and
good.
they're undefeated in Europe also.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So it's like I like it. I like the little mix up. Even on the men's, London Lion men's lost I think 3 games in the British Basketball League. They blew out Leicester, but I think Leicester's going to come back a lot better because they've lost 3 starters, and they now signed Teddy Allen. I want to say Teddy Allen, and he was like the MVP in the CEBL. So this is a bucket. This is a pure bucket. And I think they were on the right path. Suddenly 3 players get fired back to back. And then now it's like they're trying to figure it out.
Trying to rebuild,
And then,
rebuild.
yes, they literally went from top of the table to the bottom of the table. So now it's like, so now they got a big player coming in. So hopefully like it'll be better to watch Leicester.
So I guess what we're saying is that I think good publicity and bad publicity is publicity either way.
Did you see the Mind the Gap?
We should know. We should know.
Did you see that, Shakira, the Mind the Gap?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so London Lions put out a creative asset saying to Leicester riders, please mind the gap when you're declining the table.
Yeah, you see, I mean, either way, it just means, and also I think for these teams that need just as much sponsorship as London Lions is getting, it's even more reason to be like, guys, we're going to be going to these games, like, sponsor us. Do you know what I mean? Sponsor us to actually be playing against these games so we can get the money to maybe bring some other players in and represent. But
there's there's going to be a lot of coverage of British basketball. Like we saw so many TV deals go through. So especially on the state side. So I think hopefully like the right company watches it and then, you know,
starts picking up.
We out here.
So guys, just so you know, we're going to be doing a little gaming segment, which is the Jordan Year segment. What that's going to entail is that we're all going to pick a player that we feel it's been their Jordan year for whatever reason, and we're going to play against them, and the loser has to wear the jersey of the other team.
I'm going to say Luca. I think he's had a good year.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm going to go with Tatum.
Tatum?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
He's
one.
had a superstar year.
Yeah,
so.
he has had a superstar year. I would have picked Tatum.
I want to go with the in-season tournament MVP, LeBron James.
Brown James. I'm going to go with Westbrook. And more so because of the second half of the year. Just because of what I was saying in terms of him being in his element at the Clippers now. Not necessarily producing wins, but I definitely think his leadership is really showing through. So I'm going to go with...
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'm going to change it. I was trying to be respectful.
No,
they can cut out.
No,
no.
All I said.
To be honest...
No, stand on it.
Firm it, fam. No.
I'll go with KD.
Don't know.
She realised she's going to have to play as Westbrook in the
To
game.
be honest, I don't really mind playing out. I don't mind playing as Westbrook in the game, but I'm going to change it. More so, the only reason I put Westbrook was also because I wanted one of you guys to do the forfeit with him, but I actually
No, you can't be switching like that. Are you crazy? That was so fast.
We've gone too far.
No, I'm changing it. Allow it.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to go
Guys,
with...
as a collective, are we letting her change
No,
it?
No, raise your hand for no.
It's not happening.
Fine, it's Westbrook. Okay, cool, let's advance. Cool. All right.
I hate.
What's going on?
still?
I have no idea. Is that me?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm Tatum.
No, I'm-
What? No.
I'm Tatum.
Okay, cool.
I think so anyway.
Yeah, now I'm LeBron. There we go.
Ooh. Not you
Easy
taking
light.
LeBron.
Easy life.
Gosh, there's a lot of players in the same place.
Do you see that? Okay. I saw that defense from behind.
That wasn't
About
defense. It's a foul. That's why I got the ball back.
That isn't. It's good defense.
Yeah, but on blacktop, there's no such thing, to be fair. What?
Nice one.
No. We should have done something that said no layups.
I don't know how to press the down
Yeah, there
button.
you go. We got to play some defense.
Go on, Tatum. I'm here if you need. Go, dunk it. There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. I held square.
I'm just jumping. I can only see half the screen.
Take him, jump in.
That's you, baby.
No.
Easy. Nice cut.
Thank you.
What's the foul me? What's going on?
We're in the streets.
There's no rules. 40-second shot clock.
LeBron's had enough.
Everyone just wants to play ball.
You know. Here, Tatum, take it. How do I pass it to you? There you go.
Luke Hart, please.
I don't
Come
know
on,
what
LeBron.
Luca needs to stop fouling.
Yeah. He's out here in these streets. He's doing whatever he wants.
This is how Paige plays.
Oh no!
Hey. What?
That was good defense. Don't need to worry, man.
What the hell is that about?
Go dunk it.
Ah.
How do I dunk
Nice.
it? I don't want to be laying up. This is the whole LeBron. Why is Luca in the crowd?
Why did I think I was at the top?
Where am I?
Did you see
Right,
how
guys,
LeBron
no more
went
layups.
flying?
No more layups.
Did you see? I tried to dunk to be fair, but did you see how LeBron went flying?
Yeah, because I didn't know what button I was pressing.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh shit.
Bad defense.
Rebound.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Westbrook can't shoot free. Just have to
Oh no, that was a mistake. That was not meant to happen.
Steph wanted
can stay
to shoot some
Take out,
threes
take
as
out.
well.
Yeah, back here. Here. Oh.
Where are you?
I was
Go on,
there.
take it. Come on,
Back to
take
you.
it. Take it, Doncic.
Cut.
Westbrook, try that again.
go.
Try that again. Okay, no.
Haha.
Steph, you know we're gonna have to buy these jerseys.
We're not gonna lose.
You know
Let's
what?
go,
I don't
let's
mind
go.
wearing a Westbrook or a Doncic one, so
Go on, take it, Tatum. What are you doing?
sorry. I was talking too much.
Go all the way, LeBron. LeBron, just dunk it.
How come when I play defense it doesn't work? It just
I think it's
doesn't work.
because
I tried to.
it's really hard to play defense against layups on this game because they'll just change. That's what I said.
Oh,
Oh,
mid range.
Never mind.
Get that, yay.
Yeah, cut, get out, take it out.
Okay, pass it to you.
Pass back.
Steal
yeah,
it,
pass.
steal it.
Still here.
Where
Pass,
are you?
pass, pass.
But
I'm out if you need. Oh no, that's you. I'm still here if you want. Okay.
Oh,
damn. Just need. Oh, you're
On fire.
Jeez.
For the feeds. Assist maestro.
You went all the way out of bounds. What is that about? I need to give it straight. Yeah,
Oh.
that's you.
Oh, sorry, man. I just didn't expect to be
Fair.
so free.
I'm sorry.
Oh, they won.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Quit.
Who's pressing the button?
Everyone's trying to quit all the games.
Get me out.
So yeah, I'll guess one of you. So I think you should wear the Westbrook jersey, to be honest, considering
I 100%
he just
agree.
left Lakers. Yeah, you happy with that?
No.
Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad. So
knew
you're
we
in the
shouldn't
Westbrook
have played this
jersey.
game.
You're in the Luka jersey.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's not the biggest L. Maybe for
At
you.
least it's not a Lakers jersey.
Who is the local hero that is your Jordan, that you're giving your Jordan year to? Local community hero that you're like, this guy gets my Jordan. It's his Jordan year. Her Jordan year.
Like, people we know.
We know, yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to shout out Janelle Grant.
Oh.
Janelle has been doing amazing, really killing it in her field, working hard, inspiring a lot of people globally, especially young girls. So shout out to Janelle.
Yeah. I will pick John.
Oh,
Because obviously we were talking about him last week, and him going down to games to watch other referees referee and give them tips. I think that's so important. And obviously just doing what he can to get more people into refereeing as well, and doing the awards, or not the awards, the qualifications and so on. So shout out to John.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Elliot from Hoopin' and Luton.
Yeah.
He really brings the game of basketball in Manchester alive. He's recently opened a little shop for his stock, and it's like the hub of basketball in Manchester. And then on top of that, he's now secured a partnership with Manchester Giants as well. So shout out to Elliot. He's always the big voice for Manchester basketball anyway. So
As I'm not in the country, I will say Duncan. Don't know how to pronounce his last name, but always looking out for athletes. Doesn't matter, not just basketball, but any athlete across the board. Yeah, and just a good guy, honestly.
I want to say Nicole, our team manager at London Lions. I say this because it's like she's so young in her role at London Lions, looking after the team, and how she's handled it in regards to like the youth foundation of London Lions and the professional side. I think she's done so great. So I want to give it to her because she's really showing what she's going to be doing in the future, and she's only like 18 or 19 years old.
wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing. I think I'll do a group shout out actually as well, just to Jumpman in general. Whether that be Stephen or Tahir or whoever it is, for all of the guys that have put us
Shout
on
out
this
there.
year.
Yeah.
Massive shout out to you guys, because the community and culture part of it is so important. Obviously, they had Paige up there on sneakers, and they've also got you now on the night page. So we love to see that. But them bringing us in to all the events that they've brought us along to this year, like massive shout out to Jumpman. Thank you so much, guys. It's been us, episode 23, closing out the year with a Jumpman episode. Shout out to them. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.